Welcome to LakinSports.com for the live Lakin High School video coverage of the High Plains basketball tournament.
Lakin basketball is brought to you by
Shelter Insurance, Wind Wegner, East Highway 50 Lakin.
Hendricks Welding. Brad Hendricks, welding at his place or yours.
The agency of Lakin and Garden City.
Lakin Recreation, providing recreational opportunities for the community.
The Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank.
The Ranch House of Garden City Assisted Living and Skilled Nursing.
Shorty's 2 Cafe, Main Street, Lakin.
Along with Dwayne Bachman B. Bach Metals.
Lakin Hay and the Lakin Dairy, Fred Ritzema.
Kearney County Community Development, Mr. Ralph Goodnight.
Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas.
Lakin Drug, 610 O'Loughlin, Lakin.
Flashbacks Diner West Highway 50 Lakin.
And the Golden Plains Credit Union, life with a touch of gold.
Now off to Garden City Community College for live coverage of Lakin High basketball. Here is the voice of Lakin High Sports, Mr. Brett Hendricks.
And a good Monday afternoon. Welcome to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com. I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us today for Lady Bronx and Bronx basketball action here from the High Plains League basketball tournament on the campus of Garden City Community College. Special edition Monday afternoon broadcast due to the snow in the area on Saturday. They postponed all of the games till today, and thankfully the snow that they originally had planned didn't show up. And we're about set to go here to continue the tournament, and we'll crown champions in the later games tonight. But our first game tonight are the Bronx and the Southwestern Heights Mustangs in the third place game. Normally you would look at these two teams and you would think, oh, finals. And that's how it's been the last couple of years. But both these teams not in the finals this year, but they are battling for third place here this afternoon. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups for you right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com.
Home improvements that have had to wait. The dream vacation your family deserves. Even college tuition. Garden City State Bank can help you make it all happen now, not someday. With a home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 90% of the value of your home, and the interest may be tax deductible. Plus, there are no closing costs, no application fees, and no annual fees. A fast, easy, convenient home equity line of credit from Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at Flashback's Diner, Highway 50 Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at the one and only fantastic Flashback's Diner, Highway 50 Lakin. Kearney County, a wonderful life opportunity, offers a wide range of opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lakin Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
And welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Brett Hendricks with you. Getting set for Bronx and Mustangs. Live from the Conestoga Arena on the campus of Garden City Community College. Bronx 4-5 on the season after a loss to Sublette in the semifinals last Friday by the score of 68-56. Southwestern Heights, they fell to Syracuse. I did not get the score written down, but they did lose by 20 in their semifinal the other night. Southwestern Heights, they come in 1-11 on the season. Mustangs under head coach Nifro Sacedo averaging 44.5 points per game. And the Bronx 4-5 on the year under ninth-year head coach Nate Schmidt. The Bronx come in averaging 47 points per game. Let's look at the starting lineups. First for the Mustangs, wearing 0, a 6-foot senior, averaging 16 points a game, 6 rebounds per contest, David Torres. Aaron Cox wears number 11. He's a 6-foot junior, averaging just over 5.5 points per game and grabbing 3 boards per contest. Wearing number 25, a 5'9 freshman, Omar Mercado. He averages just under 5 points per game. Wearing number 33, a 6'2 senior, averaging 5.5 points per game, Caleb Skripsik. And wearing number 34, a 5'8 senior, averaging just under 2 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, Adam Puentes. The Mustangs under head coach Nifros Acedo. The assistant coaches Paul Grillo and Jake Bennard. Now the starting lineup for your Lakin Broncs. 4-5 on the year under ninth-year head coach Nate Schmidt. Lakin coming off a loss to Sublette on Friday night, looking to bounce back here in the High Plains League Tournament third place contest. Here's the way they start. Wearing number 1, a 6'1 senior, averaging just over 2 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, Pablo Arreola. Wearing number 11, a 6-foot sophomore, just under 6 points per game, Eric Munson. Wearing number 20, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 7 points per game, 3 rebounds per contest, Adric Gomez Escobar. Wearing number 24, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 12.5 points per game and 3 rebounds per game, Coulter Oldham. And wearing number 23, a 6-foot junior, averaging 4 points per game and 4 rebounds per contest, and that is Maddox Beltran. The assistant coaches for the Broncs, Taylor Lovelady, Hunter Kirby, and Bryce Simon. The Broncs will be the visitors on the scoreboard here this afternoon. They are the higher seed, but the way they do it, the top part of the bracket will always wear white compared to the bottom part of the bracket, and the Broncs were the number 3 seed, so they were on the bottom side of the bracket. Mustangs will be in the home white uniforms. And I wish my mouse had not died. Oh well. It'll come around. Players being introduced on the floor. Broncs in the purple uniforms, black letters and numbers trimmed in gold. Southwestern Heights, white uniforms, red letters and numbers trimmed in black. Broncs will be going from our left to our right in this first half. Brett Hendricks with you. Thanks for joining us for Broncs basketball here this afternoon. I want to thank Rebecca Lampe on our camera as well this afternoon. Tip controlled by Lakin as they move from left to right. Arreola with it on the wing. Man-to-man defense by Southwestern Heights. Omar Mercado on the defense, and Eric Munson with the first 3 points for the Broncs as they jump out quick. And a steal, Pablo, the layup, got it. Broncs quickly on the board, 5-0, and another Broncs steal. Coulter in the paint, has it stolen away, and Pablo knocks it away from behind on the drive on the other end. Good start for the Broncs, jumped out 5-0. Southwestern Heights to inbounds. Aiden Puentes with the basketball. Long out front. With it is Aaron Cox. Mercado to Cox in the corner. Bronx in a man-to-man. Up top, Puentes. Puentes drives right side paint. Inside, Aaron Cox able to lay it off the glass. Drive from the left side, Shaky off the glass, gets it. Bronx being very aggressive on the floor so far here in the early going. Bronx back up by 5. And a turnover goes to Lakin. Munson thought about the 3 from the left side. They work it around the arc. Coulter into the low block. Gets it to go. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Bronx spreading the scoring around. Timeout called by Southwestern Heights. It's a full timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. This is the 18th meeting all time between the Bronx and the Mustangs in the High Plains League basketball tournament. Bronx own a 11-7 record against the Mustangs in the tournament. Southwestern Heights no trouble with the press. 3 from the corner off the mark, won't go. Battling for the rebound. Pablo jumping out of bounds, saves it into Eric Munson. Shaky with it near side, defended by David Torres. Now to Pablo up top. Munson drives left side. The roller goes. Eric Munson already with 5 points in the contest. And the Bronx up by 9, their biggest of the quarter so far. Puentes, turnaround, off the mark, won't go. Coulter rolled him with the rebound. Outlet to Shaky, takes it up the far side. Munson on the wing, up top Coulter. Shaky thought about the 3 with the catch and shoot in the paint, and a traveling violation will be called on Shaky as the Bronx turn it over. Into the lineup, Edwin Puentes for Southwestern Heights, Drew Patterson, Ross Ryder, and Austin Ritzma into the lineup for Lakin. Lakin full court pressure on the inbounds. Mercado up the far side, throws it back to Torres. Torres in the paint. Puentes now back to Torres. Steps back in the corner, looking to drive baseline. Steps in. Foul will be on Austin Ritzma. That's his first. At first, I was looking to see maybe he might have stepped on the end line, but he was fouled. Southwestern Heights to inbounds. Caleb Skripczyk with the inbounds. Pass tipped by Maddox. Maddox with a hand on it. Torres somehow got the shot up in the paint. Now for Torres with the follow and has it. Up top with it, Maddox. Into the low block, ball bouncing around off the hands of Austin. Kind of a hot potato. And the Bronx with 5 in. MJ Gonzalez, Adria Gomez-Escobel, Pablo, and Eric Munson back into the lineup, along with Tyler Holloway. The Bronx full court pressure once again. Mercado with it. Hands it off to David Torres, brings it up near side, has no trouble with the pressure. Now reverses on the left wing, cross-court pass to Mercado. Aaron Cox from 17, it's short. And the rebound attempt, last touch by Southwestern Heights, goes back to the Bronx. 4:26 to go, first quarter. Lakin on top by 7. Brett Hendricks with you. Thanks for joining me here on a Monday afternoon. Shaky somehow skipped through the defense and hits the floater in the paint. Sets the Bronx lead back to 9. Torres, step back. Shaky with the defense, looking to drive. Takes it on the baseline. Shot along the baseline, off the mark, and Pablo with the rebound. Looking to find Shaky. It's knocked away by Torres. Lakin will inbound on their baseline with 3:52 to go in the opening quarter. Mustangs with full court pressure. Up to Munson near the timeline. Bronx, it's a 3-on-3. Munson, the drive, off the glass, got it! Eric Munson coming out hot in the early going here this afternoon. Nathan LaPointe into the lineup. Munson's free throw won't go. Bronx are up by 11. Torres near side, ball loose on the floor. And a tie-up. Torres had nowhere to go. He had MJ Gonzalez on one side, Pablo right in front of him. And Pablo able to work in and work the tie-up. Apologize for my clock. I thought I had it stopped. It was still running. Southwestern Heights basketball on the alternating possession. Now our clock should be right. Whistle underneath. Ball knocked away by Lakin. Long inbounds out front to Skripczyk. Now to LaPointe. LaPointe drive and a double dribble called. Ball goes back to the Bronx. Bronx working around the arc. Munson drives, leans in. Can't hit the shot. Munson was standing on the end line with the loose ball. So it'll go back to Southwestern Heights. Ritzma, Ryder, Patterson, Beltran, and Oldham back into the lineup for Lakin. 3:06 remaining in the first quarter. Edwin Puentes trapped in the backcourt looking for help. Finds Torres. Now Torres, it's a 3-on-2. His pass is an errant one, and it's out of bounds back to Lakin. Token pressure in the backcourt. Oldham up the floor to Patterson, back to Oldham. In the post, Austin turns, won't go. And the rebound comes off to the Mustangs. David Torres out in front, doesn't have numbers, but he takes it in anyway and scores the basket. Torres now with 4. Bronx quick up the other end. Maddox with the pass to Ryder and a foul called. The foul is going to be on Ross Ryder. Okay. I was thinking of Mustang fouls. Back in the lineup for the Mustangs, Aiden Puentes. Bronx with pressure in the backcourt. And Aiden Puentes just did beat the clock. Underneath, Torres hits the basket, and he is fouled. The foul will go against Drew Patterson. That's his first. Fresh 5 back in for the Bronx. Torres with the free throw is good. Julius Trejo into the lineup for Southwestern Heights. Bronx basketball. Shaky with it. Adjust our score. I had it 13-7. I hadn't updated it yet, so now I think we're good to go. Southwestern Heights turnover. Bronx with it back. Pass in the paint off the hands of Pablo into the hands of Aiden Puentes, and Southwestern Heights has it. Up the near side, David Torres now double teamed. They find the opening. Julius Trejo top of the key. Right side, and a walk by Edwin Puentes. Omar Mercado back into the lineup for the Mustangs. 1:33 to go, first quarter. Bronx on top by 5. They've led by as many as 11. Drive in the paint. Adric with the drive for the Bronx. And they're back up by 8. In the paint, Torres with the bucket. And a timeout on the floor called by Lakin. Full timeout, we're going to take one as well. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Bronx on top, 17-11. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Bronx basketball on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassion and utilizes modern technology to fit all of your individual needs. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools. .110 remaining in the first quarter. Bronx on top of the Mustangs, 17-11. Look at some more notes. This is the second meeting between these two teams in a third-place game. Southwestern Heights won in 2017. The only other time these two teams met in a third-place game. Southwestern Heights with the steal, and MJ steals it right back. MJ on the drive, slips the defense, misses the shot. Rebound and a hot potato in the paint. Munson was battling for it. And the foul will go against Aiden Puentes. New 5 in for the Bronx. Ritzma with the inbounds to Patterson on the left wing. Maddox steps back in the corner. 3 off the front iron, won't go. Edwin Puentes with the rebound for Southwestern Heights, and we've got a whistle in the backcourt. And that foul will go against Coulter Oldham. That's his first. 4th team foul on the Bronx. Mustang basketball. Mercado with it. Near steal. And somehow Southwestern Heights still has it. 32 seconds to go in our quarter. 3 from the right side. Off the heel of the rim, Ryder rips a rebound out. Outlet to Oldham. Bronx want to run with 23 seconds to play in the quarter. Oldham skips it to the corner. Inlet pass to Ritzma, and a foul called. Foul will go against Aiden Puentes, and that's his second. 3rd team foul. Caleb Skripsik back into the lineup for the Mustangs. 18.4 seconds to go in the quarter. Drew Patterson inbounds for the Bronx. Long out front to Oldham. Right wing Beltran. Southwestern Heights. I was going to say drop back into a zone, but it's a matchup. Oldham has it knocked away and did not get it off in time. So the Bronx dodge a bullet as far as being scored on at the end of the period. But the end of the first 8 minutes of play, the Bronx lead it by the score of 17-11. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Bronx basketball on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, lakinsports.com. Don't go away.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Bronx basketball as we start the second quarter, leading 17-11. Update my score, sorry about that. MJ in the paint, too strong off the back iron, and the rebound comes off to Aaron Cox. Omar Mercado with it out on the right wing, guarded by Pablo. Pass blocked by Pablo, right back to Mercado. Southwestern Heights resets it. Now out to David Torres. Torres looking to drive. Euro step in the paint, and he hits it. Bronx lead once 11, now cut to 4. Long cross-court pass, Shaky with it on the wing, now looking for help. Long back to Munson. Munson off the drive. Layup missed. Pablo right there to put back, and it won't go. Caleb Skripczyk with the rebound. Bronx 2 golden opportunities. Holloway did a great clear out along the baseline to open it up for Munson, but he just slipped it right over the heel of the rim, and a traveling violation will give it back to the Bronx. Bronx new 5 in, Beltran, Ryder, Ritzma, Oldham, and Vincent Bocanegra into the lineup for the first time here this afternoon. Pressure by Omar Mercado in the backcourt. Third place game here at the 2023 High Plains League Basketball Tournament. Beltran, right wing, up top to Ritzma, over to Vinny. Ball nearly stolen away. Beltran there to pick it up. Ryder spins in the paint. Ritzma short on the attempt. Ritzma on the putback. Let's see if they're going to say he was in the act of shooting or if he was just on the rebound. A foul. And they're going to say on the floor, Aaron Cox. He was up in the air. I was hoping they'd give him the shot attempt. Steal on the inbound by Mercado. Bronx sloppy that time on the inbounds. Pass up the floor, knocked away by Ryder. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Just underway, second quarter. Bronx and Mustangs in the third place game here at the High Plains League Tournament. Bronx had an 11-point lead at one point in the first quarter. Mercado on the right wing to Aaron Cox, out front to Puentes. Puentes, that is Edwin. Give to Torres in the paint, layup good. David Torres is going to be a handful for the Bronx today with already with 11. Maddox drives, ball tipped away, out to Coulter, ball loose on the floor. Ball still loose. And a timeout called by Nifro Saucedo, the coach of the Mustangs. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 5:45 to go first half. Bronx led it at one time, 15-4. Now just lead by just 2. First of 2 games here this afternoon for us here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Ladies Championship coming up at the conclusion of this one. The Lady Bronx and the Lady Indians of Wichita County. Lady Bronx in the finals for the 3rd year in a row. Have lost the last 2. We'll see if 3rd time's a charm for the Lady Bronx here this evening. Inbounds in the backcourt. Edwin Puentes with it, guarded by Shaky. Shaky knocks it away. Puentes across the timeline, and Torres loses the handle, and it's going to be a backcourt violation on Southwestern Heights. Good defense by Eric Munson. Munson with 7 first-quarter points. Long cross-court pass. Munson looking to drive. Long back near side to Maddox. Coulter back over to Munson once again. Munson stops in the paint. Got it from 8. Eric Munson with 9 points in this first half. Omar Mercado the drive and the charge. Mercado's second foul. Fifth team foul on the Mustangs. Maddox with it on the near side. Pablo in the low post to Coulter. Turnaround, got it. Coulter got the shooter's roll that time. He has 4. Foul in the backcourt. No, tie-up in the backcourt. No, it wasn't a tie-up either, so they forced the turnover. Because the arrow points to Southwestern Heights, so another Southwestern Heights turnover. Oldham, the drive, steps in off the baseline, and he will be fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. With the foul is Caleb Skripsik. His first, team's 5th foul. And Coulter Oldham at the line to shoot 2 free throws. One area the Bronx have struggled somewhat this year, shooting just 54% as a team from the free throw line. Coulter shooting 62%. He missed the first one, second opportunity upcoming here. And got that one to go. And a steal at midcourt by Pablo. Out to Munson, cross court to Coulter. Adric Gomez-Escobar with the 3 out front. And my clock is messed up. Another Southwestern Heights timeout. I'll run it back up. Get it set. And we're good to go. My mouse quit working, so I'm having to use the touchpad. Sometimes you hit a touchpad and you think it works, but it doesn't. Bronx back out by 10 now. Into the corner, Maddox out on the wing to Adric. Adric off the drive, works it over to Munson. Munson rifles it across. Maddox 3 off back iron won't go. Coulter with the rebound, steps in, and a foul called. And that foul is going to go against Coulter on the charge. That's 2 fouls on Oldham. Lucas McCombs into the lineup for the Bronx. Up the floor, Caleb Skripczyk with the easy one. Skripczyk got behind the defense. Bronx lost track of him. And he's there for the easy bucket. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Mustangs. Adric to inbound for Lakin. Finds Coulter. Coulter from the low block lays it up and in. Coulter with 7 points in this first half. And Coulter with a steal on the other end. Bronx back up by 10. They've led by as many as 11 in this first half. Pablo in the corner. Maddox fires from the right wing. Rolled in and out. That was all but down and came back out. Torres, left side, looking for help. Up top, Aaron Cox. Cox, no good. And Oldham with the rebound. Long outlet up the floor to Shaky. Shaky drives in the paint. Contact, nothing called. Wild shot. Skripczyk with the rebound. Torres skips through the defenders. And the ball skips out of bounds. Last touch by Lakin. Drew Patterson into the lineup for Lakin. Aiden Fuentes back in for the Mustangs. 2:25 to go in the half. Bronx up by 10. Eric Munson back in the lineup. Ross Ryder also back in the lineup for the Bronx. Nathan LaPointe with the basket off the inbounds for Southwestern Heights. Bronx quick up the other end. Up top, McCombs takes it to the elbow, works it to Ryder. They work it around the arc. Munson looking to drive. Spin move, finds Shaky. Shaky in the paint, won't go. And the foul will go against Ross Ryder. I think they said first, second. Drew Patterson going for the steal. Oh, they're going to get Southwestern Heights for the foul. David Torres with the foul, his first 17 foul on the Mustangs. We're going the other way with the bonus. Patterson hits the first free throw. Second free throw up and got it as well. Torres up the floor, wide open. LaPointe lays it up. Bronx once again pressure out front, losing track of the player on the backside, and they get a second easy layup of the game. Munson on the drive, and he'll be called for the foul. Taking the charge was number 1, Edwin Puentes. Skripczyk back into the lineup for the Mustangs. At halftime, we'll talk to Lady Bronx head coach J.C. Holloway as the Lady Bronx gets set for their championship contest against Wichita County tonight. The Lady Bronx in their third straight championship game. Torres picks up the dribble, finds LaPointe on the left wing. Edwin Puentes. Puentes Dishes in the paint to Aaron Cox, who easily lays it up and in. Up top, Ritzma. Left wing to Shaky. Munson, left wing. Three, in and out, won't go. Skripczyk with the rebound for the Mustangs. 1 minute to play in the half. Mustangs trail it by 6 with the basketball. Over to Puentes. And a foul called. That foul will be on Eric Munson, and that's his second. And that puts Southwestern Heights in the bonus with David Torres at the line shooting the 1-and-1. Oldham, Beltran, and Areola back in the lineup for Lakin. David Torres hit his only free throw attempt of this first half so far, the only attempt by Southwestern Heights in the half. He'll have a 1-and-1 here. And off the mark. We've got a lane violation, so Torres will get that opportunity back again. Still missed. Three from the left side. Munson off the front iron. Beltran with the rebound, saves it back in. Right to Shaky. Shaky up top. Munson, three again, won't go. Maddox with the rebound turnaround. Skripczyk with the rebound on the miss. Bronx had chances. Eric Munson is as close as you can get to be able to make that shot. I mean, it's just all but down and comes back up. Munson with the steal, takes it the other way for the Bronx. 20 seconds to go. Bronx will hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Shaky up top to Oldham. Oldham in the low post, has it stolen away by Torres. Torres up the floor. And that'll do it for our first half. Lakin will hold a 29-23 lead as we go to our second half. And while we have a chance, we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back and talk to the Lady Bronx head coach, J.C. Holloway, as the Lady Bronx gets set for championship action here from the High Plains League basketball tournament. I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back right after this.
As the teams take a break, we would like to thank all of our great sponsors who make Lakin High Sports video coverage possible.
Shelter Insurance, Gwen Wechter, East Highway 50 Lakin.
Hendricks Welding, Brad Hendricks, welding at his place or yours.
The Agency of Lakin and Garden City.
Lakin Recreation, providing recreational opportunities for the community.
The Kearney County Bank and the Garden City State Bank.
The Ranch House of Garden City Assisted Living and Skilled Nursing.
Shorty's 2 Cafe, Main Street, Lakin.
Along with Dwayne Bachman D. Bach Metals.
Lakin Hay and the Lakin Dairy, Fred Ritzema.
Kearney County Community Development, Mr. Ralph Goodnight.
Pioneer Communications of Southwest Kansas.
Lakin Drug, 610 O'Loughlin, Lakin.
Flashbacks Diner West Highway 50 Lakin.
And the Golden Plains Credit Union, life with a touch of gold.
Back to courtside we go with Brett Hendricks.
Welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com. Brett Hendricks with you. We're at the half. The Bronx on top of the Mustangs by the score of 29-23. Try to reset our clock here. Maybe I can. I'll try to start it when it hits 8 minutes. We're 8.5 minutes before the second half begins. Look at the scoring. First for Southwestern Heights. David Torres leading away with 11. Nathan LaPointe off the bench with 4, Aaron Cox with 4, and Caleb Skripczyk with 2. I'm missing a couple baskets by Southwestern Heights, and I'll try to make it up as we go. From the free throw line in the first half, Southwestern Heights just 1 of 2, both of those attempts by David Torres, who leads all scorers with 11. Now for the Bronx. Eric Munson with a good first half with 9 points. Adria Gomez-Escobar, Colter Oldham both with 7 points apiece. Pablo with 2, and Drew Patterson with 2. And I think I'm 2 off for Lakin too, so I'll figure it out. From the free throw line in the first half, the Bronx were 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. In our second game tonight, it'll be the Lady Bronx and the Lady Indians of Wichita County in Lakin's 3rd straight championship appearance. Now we're joined by Lakin head coach J.C. Holloway. And coach, maybe 3rd time's a charm. The Lady Bronx making their 3rd trip to the finals, but regardless, it's always exciting when you get to the finals of any tournament.
Yeah, definitely. It's the goal to at least get here. Second goal, in that is to win it. Tough one last year. Wasn't a part of the one before that, but Elkhart was a really, really good team for 3 or 4 years. And, it is, at least in my opinion, the 2 best teams, I think. And we'll find out. We haven't had a chance to go against Wichita County yet, but on paper, it does seem like we're the best 2.
And Wichita County coming in 9-2, the Lady Bronx 6-3. But you look at a lot of the stats. Well, I guess the only stat I have is points per game, fairly even. Indians with maybe a 2-point advantage, but the Lady Bronx and Lady Indians met last year in the semifinals with Lakin earning the win, but of course, a different team for them this year. But with Lakin's team, I think a huge win in the semifinals over Stanton County. And it's this team that Stanton County, I think eventually, once they get things straightened out, they've got some bigs on their team that any coach would love to have. But right now, they're a team not able to put it together. But right now, I think Lakin is on the edge of starting to put it together.
Yeah, definitely. Stanton County's got 3 really, really good players, and they're going to get better throughout the year. One of them's a freshman. And then their other guards are getting better. That was the big difference. They came out and they played really physical against us, and kind of had us on the ropes there a little bit. But I feel good. We still can play a lot of girls. I know in tight situations sometimes we don't give some of them as much playing time as maybe we should, but I do feel comfortable about being able to, if we do get in foul trouble, to be able to play most any of the girls on the bench.
Well, and most of the girls, you're able to play 12 girls, and of course, different situations, different times of a ball game. But the other night, Sammy Vogel had a nice night against Stanton County. Seems to be kind of on a roller coaster. She'll get a 10, 12-point game, then she'll have 2 and really struggle. But it's one of those, once I think, her thing, is just by watching her is confidence. One thing goes wrong, and it seems like she just loses confidence. But she's as talented of any girl on the floor. You just kind of have to just flush it, let it go, and come back and get the next one.
Yeah, you remember the one talk that we did have after one of our games is being able to handle adversity. And it's not just her. We have a few other girls with the problem, but it is something that she's got to get better at because she is very talented. And you got to learn how to play the next play. And if she was able to do that, it's probably crazy how much that she'd be able to do for us.
Another player that's kind of a roller coaster but puts in good minutes no matter what she does. Reagan off the bench the other night, a real nice night. I think 12.
Yeah.
And she had 17 in the tournament at Goodland. Maybe there's something about tournament games that she enjoys to be in double figures, maybe.
Well, I think so. And those 12 points basically saved us a little bit. She came in, she did some really good things offensively, made some good passes, and was able to knock down some shots, and definitely was a much-needed offensive weapon for us.
One other player that is fun to watch off the bench, and that's Nayeli Monroy. I like it when she gets in the low post. For one, she's got an advantage. She's left-handed. and she knows how to set herself up in the lane, but left-handers, I would think, are a little bit harder to guard than a right-handed. I mean, just because I think there's just more of them, and that's what you're used to.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a comfort thing of being able to, and that's why really good post players can score with their left and the right.
Yep.
But definitely, she's done a great job. She was actually playing really well until she sprained her ankle pretty bad in practice, and that kind of took her away from the last few games, and just trying to get her back into playing shape, and she does some good things for us.
And you talked about injuries. Brooke still trying to get back from her knee injury, but you're being smart. You're working her back as slowly, but trying to keep her on the floor as well.
Yeah, definitely. She does a good job, and she's had some good big games for us, you know. To have that presence down low, two of them that big, is definitely something in the league that nobody else has.
I thought the other night Tegan ran the offense well, and I think she's done that throughout this tournament. The first 2 games, she's ran the offense well. She's not one of those that's going to go out and score 10 points for you, but she's giving you 6.5 a night. But with a point guard, you want that point guard to basically make the offense go.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, sometimes we get frustrated with both her and Sarah. I don't know if they're true point guards. They're just filling in for that position because that's what we have and that's what we need. Sarah's done a good job.
Sarah's done a good job,
Assist to turnover ratio is the best on the team, and she does a good job of finding the post and getting the ball to them. And Tegan has done a good job too. It's just Tegan's just so tough and you know, just kind of holds us together a little bit.
And then Jared Davidson, the other starter for Lakin, averaging 8 points per game, just under what Sammy averages. But Jared's still another one of those. I'm waiting for the breakout, and I think it's coming. But she can do so many things, whether it's front court, back court.
Yeah, definitely. I'm waiting on that breakout too. And you know, I mean,
the people at home are probably tired of me saying that, but it's coming. I know it is.
Well, her and Sammy, you know, you know, it would be a really fun game to sit down and just watch as those two took over.
Well, we're going to see what happens tonight as the Lady Bronx and the Lady Indians get set to battle in the High Plains League Championship game tonight. The ladies' third trip. Third time's a charm. Let's go get it done, Coach.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks as always for joining us at the end of the ball game. If you wouldn't mind coming up, we'd love to talk to you afterwards.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
All righty. Lady Bronx getting set to battle in our second game here tonight, but we've got work to do here as the Bronx and the Mustangs get set here in the second half here at the Conestoga Arena on the campus of Garden City Community College. Well, they're going to reset the clock. And so are we, and we're going to start this second half. It will be Southwestern Heights basketball. Bronx lead at 29-23. And a turnover right away gives the ball back to Lakin. The original starting 5 on the floor for the Bronx. And same as for the Mustangs as well. Shaky. Head fake out front. Back to Maddox on the wing. Gives it up to Munson. Munson got off to a quick start in this contest. Pablo out to Adric. Catch and shoot. Right side 3. Got it. Good ball movement by the Bronx. Adric with the 3. And the Bronx on the board quick. Adric now in double figures with 10. Bronx at 4-5 on the year, looking to even their record with a win here this afternoon. Torres with an air ball, got Munson in the air, then shot it short. Adric with the rebound, bounce pass underneath. Oldham, reverse layup, got it, and he's fouled. Foul is on David Torres, and Coulter with the reverse layup, got a chance at the three-point play. And a chance to give the Bronx their biggest lead of the evening, and does with the free throw. Coulter now in double figures with 10. Mercado with it on the wing, tied up. Finds Puentes at the elbow. Puentes dribbles back outside the arc. They reset it. Now to Omar. Off the screen from Skripczyk. Cox with it in the corner. Cross court to Mercado, looking to drive. Kick in the corner. Cox, 3 off the front iron, won't go. Pablo with the rebound. Was trying to get it to Maddox, stolen away by Torres. Torres missed the layup, and the Bronx are going to get it back, no harm. So the Bronx got away with one there. Bronx lead it by 12, their biggest of the game. Ball tipped out of bounds by Skripczyk. Lakin will keep it on their baseline. 6:06 go, third quarter. Adric inbounds for the Bronx. Lob inside. Coulter, catch and shoot. Good start to the second half, just like the Bronx did in the first half. Let's see if they can hold this momentum. The Bronx fell a little flat towards the end of the first half. Bronx jumped out to an early 11-point lead in that first quarter. Puentes dribbling out front, near side to Mercado. The official out front was calling very close to a 5-second count, but Mercado got away with, gave it up just in time. Shot from the left side, no good. Bronx up the floor. Coulter runs it down on the baseline. Nobody on him. 3 from the corner. It's short. Pablo with the rebound, tips it to Coulter. Underneath, Adric there to lay it up and in. Shaky with 12 points. And a full timeout called by Southwestern Heights. Full timeout. We're going to take one as well. 5:03 to go in the third quarter. Bronx on top of the Mustangs by the score of 39-23. We're back after this. Don't go away.
The Ranch House community is here to assist with skilled rehab, long-term care, and assisted living. We offer a serene atmosphere, dedicated staff, delectable dining, and daily activities. The Ranch House is here to serve our communities. Please review our site at midwest-health.com/ranchhouse/ or call 620-371-4700 to schedule your tour today. We look forward to hearing from you.
39-23, the Bronx leading the Mustangs. 5:03 to go, third quarter. Brett Hendricks with you. Thanks for joining us today for Bronx basketball in the third place game of the 2023 High Plains League Basketball Tournament. Southwestern Heights basketball, full court pressure by the Bronx. I thought at first LaPointe was going to shoot that basket off the inbounds, but it was just a ball fake. That would not have been good. Maybe for Lakin, but it definitely wouldn't have been good for the Mustangs. 5-second count out front. Pablo with the defense on LaPointe. And it goes back to Lakin. Maddox from the right wing, up top Shaky. Fires from the college line, off the mark, won't go. Maddox with the rebound, outlet to Munson. Cross-court pass, Coulter Oldham with it. Coulter the drive, kicks it back out front. Munson has it knocked away, and Lakin will keep it. One thing I think right now, the Bronx on the dribble, trying to dribble through 2 men. Not going to dribble through a double team very well. Inbounds knocked away by Shaky. Mustangs to try it again. MJ into the lineup for Lakin. Haven't seen a lot of MJ Gonzalez tonight. The 6-foot junior. And that will be Lakin basketball. No? It will. Okay, so now Coulter will take it from that spot to inbounds. Somehow that ball skipped through the whole defense and never touched anybody. Munson from the corner, three, got it! Eric Munson with the three-point basket for Lakin. Now they lead it by 19, looking to run away with this. Aiden Puentes brings it up near side, top of the key to LaPointe. LaPointe drives, left side, stops. Now looking for the outlet, finds Puentes. Cox in and out from the paint, won't go. MJ with the rebound for the Bronx. Shaky out in front, give Oldham. Oldham has it knocked away. Lakin will keep it. Drew Patterson into the lineup for the Bronx. Bronx inbounds, Coulter has it knocked away off the dribble. LaPointe up the floor, able to lay it up and in. LaPointe off the bench, he has 6. MJ up top, walked with it. Now Ryder to the scorer's table, but didn't get checked in time. He'll have to wait till the next stoppage of play. Cox on the far side, knocked away by Shaky, but Cox able to grab it. David Torres with it. Torres with 11 first half points. Drives. Can't hit it, but it's fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on MJ Gonzalez, his first, team's first of the half. And Torres at the line to shoot 2. Free throw is short. Ross Ryder into the lineup for Lakin. Bronx on top, 42-25. LaPointe hit the free throw. He has 12 to lead the Mustang. In the paint, MJ, give. Ryder got it. Ryder, the backside cut. Good bounce pass from MJ Gonzalez. Up the floor, Puentes drives. Ball knocked away by MJ. Mustangs will keep it. Edwin Puentes into the lineup for the Mustangs. Maddox Beltran in for Lakin. Bronx have 3 players with 12 points apiece. Eric Munson, Adrian Gomez-Escobar, and Coulter Oldham. Ball is loose on the floor. Maddox comes up with it. Up the floor to MJ. MJ, layup, good. Good body control by MJ. Had a defender right there. Gives Bronx a 20-point lead. Torres drives. Foul will go against Ryder. Third foul on Ross Ryder. And that'll send David Torres back to the free throw line, this time for 2. Hits the first one. Torres' second free throw, good as well. He's got 14 to lead all score. Shaky has it at the elbow, bobbles in the paint, now kicks it outside to MJ. MJ skips through, and a foul called. That foul will go against Aaron Cox. That's his second. MJ to shoot a pair. MJ, a 60% free throw shooter on the season. Got it. MJ with the second free throw coming up, a chance to put the Bronx back up by 20, matching their biggest lead of the contest. And got it. MJ off the bench with 4. Ball is loose, stolen away by the Bronx Shaky. Tips it back out to Ross Ryder. Good hustle underneath there by Adric. The Ryder at the free throw line, near side Maddox. Maddox on the drive. Ball was bobbled. Now Adric in the paint stops. The teardrop over Skripczyk is good. Adric with 14. Bronx lead it by 22, their biggest of the contest. Puentes up the floor. Oh, and a foul will be called on Adric. His first. Third team foul in the second half. 1:45 to go in the third. Mustang basketball. Into LaPointe. LaPointe drive left side, and the foul will go against MJ with the body. That sends Nathan LaPointe to the free throw line to shoot 2. LaPointe's free throw off the mark. Pablo Arreola back into the lineup for Lakin. And substitutions for Southwestern Heights. Aiden Puentes, Omar Mercado, along with Julius Trejo. So now the second free throw attempt for Nathan LaPointe. 6 points off the bench. And too strong. Bronx with the rebound. MJ's tied up by Puentes. The arrow points to Lakin. Ritzma back into the lineup for Lakin. Lakin basketball, Oldham with it. Drew Patterson also into the lineup for Lakin. Pablo from the corner, long pass to the right wing. Maddox catch and shoot 3, too strong off the heel of the rim. Ball is loose underneath. Aiden Puentes comes out of there with it, loses the handle, and they're going to get Pablo with the foul following the play. First foul on Pablo, 5th team foul on the Bronx. Southwestern Heights basketball at midcourt into Mercado. 1:17, now 1:15 to go in the third. Puentes backs into the paint, dishes back to Mercado. Now he'll turn on the baseline. It's short. Ritzma fighting Beltran for the rebound, and Omar Mercado gets it. Puentes, 3 out front, got it. Aiden Puentes with the three-pointer out front. Bronx sloppy on the rebound. And the Mustangs make them pay. Coulter thought about the long 3. Patterson will fire the 3 way short. And it'll go back to Southwestern Heights. Almost wondering maybe if Torres hadn't gotten a hand on it, as short as that ball was. But not to be. And it's Southwestern Heights basketball. Couldn't really tell by looking at it, but when a player misses it that short, you kind of wonder sometimes. Torres reverses the dribble. Now loses it out front. Patterson with it. It's a 2-on-2. Drew. Bounce pass. Ritzma can't handle it. Ooh. And it's going to go to Southwestern Heights. Aaron Cox back into the lineup for the Mustangs, along with Caleb Skripsik. Bronx with full court pressure. Cox with the inbounds. Over to Puentes. Shot in the paint, no good. We're down under 10 to go, now 5 to go. And a steal, Puentes with it. Will not get it to go at the buzzer, but the Bronx extend their lead. They lead at 50-31 at the end of 3 quarters. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter for you right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Don't go away.
Some commercials make it really tempting to buy cheap insurance. That's great if price is the only thing that's important to you. The agency believes cost is important, but protection is what you're really paying for. Rely on the agency to build the policy that protects your property at a price you can afford. Call the agency today at 620-355-6789.
The Lakin Recreation Commission has a full fitness room with 5 treadmills, tread climber, rowing machine, 3 elliptical fitness cross trainers, 2 stationary bikes, and strength training fitness equipment. You'll find just what you need for your own quality workout. The fitness room is open for the public's use free of charge during business hours. For use after business hours, Lakin Rec also has a keyless entry system available. The Lakin Rec Commission, always involved with the youth of Lakin, 702 North Campbell, Lakin, 355-7039. The benefits are endless.
We go to the 4th quarter. Bronx in front of the Mustangs, 50-31 in this 3rd place game of the High Plains League basketball tournament. This is the Bronx 14th time in the 3rd place game. Winning 6, losing 7, so a chance to even that record, even that mark up at 7-7 with a win here this afternoon. Puentes dribbles from the right wing out front to Mercado. Ball thrown a little bit behind him, so he has to gather it in and reset the offense out front. Cox and Puentes falling to the floor. It's a 3-on-1. Shaky on the dribble, has it knocked away. Lakin will keep it. Julius Trejo into the lineup for Southwestern Heights. Coulter off the inbound once again, hits the alley-oop and is fouled in the process. And I missed who the foul was on, but Coulter on chance at the end won. Missed the free throw. And the Mustangs with the basketball. Three from the right wing, good by Aaron Cox. Just our score it is 52-34. Ball underneath. Out of bounds on the Bronx. Austin Ritzma into the Bronx lineup. 6:53 to play. Our second game tonight, the Lady Bronx and Indians of Wichita County in the girls' championship game. Omar Mercado with the inbound up the far side. Bronx still in a man-to-man. Omar stops at the elbow, dishes right side. And Munson taking his second charge of the day. That foul going against Julius Trejo. Fourth team foul on Southwestern Heights. Ritzma to Pablo. Long cross-court pass, Maddox. Maddox stops in front of the defender. 8-footer, no good. And the ball will stay with Lakin off the hands of Skripczyk. At the conclusion of our game, we'll sign off the broadcast and get set for our championship game broadcast. Adric in the paint, has it knocked away. Torres up the far side. Bronx just let him go, but he missed the shot short. Maddox with the rebound. Adric looking for space, gets it up the far sideline. Near side, Munson, 3, that's off the mark. Rebound comes off to Skripczyk, out to Mercado. Mercado, middle of the floor, it's a 3-on-2. Over to Cox, 8-footer, short, ball bouncing around, almost tipped back in for Southwestern Heights. Up the floor, Ritzma, got the layup. Austin Ritzma's first basket of the afternoon. Bronx back up by 20. On the other end, Omar Mercado with the basket. Steal out front, Omar Mercado with the layup, and it's an easy one for him. Maddox, drive on the other side, long off the glass, and the Mustangs have it. Mercado near side off the screen from Trejo. High off the glass, won't go. Skripczyk, his putback. He's going to be fouled, I believe, by Pablo. Foul on Pablo Areolas, his second. 6th team foul. And Skripczyk at the line to shoot 2. And the free throw is good. Substitutions for both teams. Lapointe and Puentes into the lineup for the Mustangs. For the Bronx, MJ, Drew, and Coulter, I believe. Free throw attempt by Skripczyk. Too strong off the iron. And a rebound to Coulter. Coulter up the far side, and he walked with it. Trejo with it in the backcourt. Up to Torres. Torres drives to the baseline. No look pass to Skripczyk. Lays it off the glass. Caleb Skripczyk with 5. And a timeout called by Lakin. It's a full timeout. We're going to take one as well. 4:32 to play. Bronx lead it 54-41. We'll be back right after this.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
Red Ripsima established the Lakin Dairy in 1997 and is now a leading producer of high-quality milk for human consumption. The Lakin Dairy is proud to be a big part of the Kearney County economy and community. With fantastic, dedicated, and hard-working employees, the Lakin Dairy prospers in the heart of, as Fred calls it, the Midwest Feed Shed. Always supporting the Lakin High School students, the Lakin Dairy, a verified premium operation, is honored to call Kearney County home at lakindairy.com on the internet.
I do apologize. I just got a text message that said the camera has been frozen in our second half. I dearly apologize for that. And I was not able to pick up on that, so I apologize and sorry about that. Eric Munson, the drive on the baseline. hits it for the Bronx. Our scoreboard was updating, I believe. It's 56-41. I apologize. Did not know it had restarted, but you know what? I think it's when we changed memory cards in our cameras when that happened, so I apologize. Nathan LaPointe with the basket. Under 4 minutes to play, now nearing 3.5 to play. Munson from the corner, 3. Air ball over everything. The rebound comes off to Julius Trejo. Layup on the other end. MJ Gonzalez able to hit it, and he's fouled with a chance at the and one. Foul is on Nathan LaPointe. His first. Omar Mercado back in the lineup for Southwestern Heights. And MJ with a chance at the and one. I apologize for the camera being locked up. And I appreciate the text message to let me know. Watching one monitor and needing to watch two, so thank you. Ball loose on the floor. MJ rips it away, hands it off to Ritzma. Munson up the floor, got the layup to go. Munson now with 16. Mercado with it on the right wing. Up top to Torres. Torres drives, blocked from behind by Ritzma, and MJ Gonzalez with the loose ball. Bronx have done a good job on David Torres in this second half. Left side, Munson shoots for 3, off the heel, won't go. Ball loose, and Eric Munson runs down the loose ball. Torres with 11 points at halftime. The Bronx have held him to just 3 here in the second half, all from the free throw line. Aaron Cox into the lineup for Southwestern Heights. Bronx to inbounds on the sideline right near to us. Shot missed off the hands of Ryder. And it'll go back to the Mustangs. Over to Omar Mercado. Mercado skips past MJ, now 3-on-2. MJ able to steal it from behind. Out in front, it's a 3-on-2 Bronx break, and it's knocked away by Trejo. Bronx will keep it on their baseline. 2 minutes to play in this third place game. Bronx looking to win, to capture third place for the 7th time in the tournament's history. Oldham with the inbounds, they work it out front. Munson had it knocked away. 1:51 to play. And the ball stolen on the inbounds. Omar Mercado, the drive, hits the layup past Oldham. Let's say if there's one weakness right now or one spot of concern, 3 from the right side, short by Patterson. Ball is loose, and it'll go to Southwestern Heights. Ball handling for the Bronx. Contact underneath. Foul will be on Eric Munson. That's his 3rd. 7-team foul. That'll put Torres to the line. Skripczyk back into the lineup. Torres hits both free throws. Bronx once led by 22. That lead down to 13 with 1:13 to play. MJ turnaround in the paint is good. Bronx still with pressure in the backcourt. Under a minute to play. Trejo missed the runner in the paint. From the right side, Patterson wrapped the pass around. MJ was too strong. Missed the shot. Ryder on the putback was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul was on David Torres, his third. Team sixth foul. McCombs, Holloway, Bocanegra looking to go back into the lineup for Lakin. Nathan LaPointe looking to check back in for Southwestern Heights. Ryder missed the first of two free throws. Bronx are going to improve to 5-5 on the year. Ryder hits the second free throw. Vinny into the lineup. 40 seconds to play. Edwin Puentes into the lineup for Southwestern Heights. And Yahir Monares, I hope. Also in for the Mustangs. Pass out front, tipped away by Holloway, but Southwestern Heights controls it. LaPointe with the air ball out front. And the Bronx will have it back with 21.8 to go. McCombs with it, gives it up to Patterson. Drew up the middle of the floor, over to McCombs. And the Bronx are going to dribble off the last 8 seconds. Bronx are improved to 5-5. The Mustangs fall to 1-12. And the Bronx, the third place winners in this year's High Plains League basketball tournament. Congratulations to the Bronx, winning third place in the 2023 High Plains League tournament. The seventh time they have won third in this. I'm going to go ahead and give the totals, and we're going to break off and get set for the girls' championship game. That game to tip at 4:45, so we're just a little bit ahead of schedule. But I'm going to go ahead and break this off, and we'll get set for that. I've got a lot of things to do up here to get ready for that. So David Torres leading the way for the Mustangs with 17 points. Aaron Cox with 7. Omar Mercado with 6. Caleb Skripsik with 5. Nathan LaPointe off the bench with 8 points, and Aiden Puentes with 3. For the Bronx, 3 players in double figures. These are unofficial, of course. I've got Eric Munson with 16. Adric Gomez-Escobel with 14. Coulter with 14. MJ Gonzalez off the bench with 8. Ross with 3. Pablo Arreola with 2. Austin Ritzema with 2. And Drew Patterson with 2. The Bronx improved their record to 5-5 on the season as the Mustangs fall to 1-12. That's going to wrap it up from here at the Conestoga Arena on the campus of Garden City Community College. I want to thank all the great sponsors that make it possible to do what we do. And thanks to J.D. Ham, our tech support. Couldn't do it without him. And for everybody involved, I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with women's action here in about 10 to 12 minutes right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in just a bit.